Hey guys, what's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Ubus here, back again with another Binding of Isaac Afterbirth video. I'm gonna do a Maggie, hopefully Hush run. We'll see. There's the seed for you. Dal for BFXB. And hopefully this one goes well. I haven't done Hush on Maggie. What a shame. I haven't, right? I scrolled through at the beginning. Yeah, I haven't. I scrolled through at the beginning and I was like, what haven't I done? And just hopped in because I was like, that looks like not Hush. Turns out I was right. So that's cool. But I just want to let you guys know that Christmas came early. Just want to throw that out there. Because with some birthday money, I decided to buy a new mouse. A new gaming mouse, right? One with which to play video games. And I wanted a mouse because my previous one was a Razer Abyssus, which if you don't know is a 3-button mouse made by Razer. And that was pretty high quality. I mean, that shit lasted for like at least 4 years, maybe longer. Which is a lot for a mouse. And it finally started giving out. So I was like, you know what? I need to treat myself. I gotta get a new mouse. So I did. And I'm gonna keep I have to refer to the packaging. But I purchased on Amazon the UTech Smart Venus, because basically I asked Twitter, hey, do you guys know of any gaming mice that are, you know, preferably more than 3 buttons, and are good. That's it. That's really all I give a shit about. And so literally one person responded to the tweet, obviously. But I'd never heard of this mouse before. Looked it up on Amazon, 30 bucks. That's, I'd say, a reasonable asking price for a gaming mouse. Shit has 18 programmable buttons, and it came today, which is crazy to me because I decided, because, you know, I can wait. I'm a patient person. I went with free shipping, which is longer shipping times at the benefit of course, it being free. And so it was supposed to arrive next week. Turns out it arrived today, on Saturday, is when I'm recording this. Which is crazy. The fact that it arrived on Saturday, when it was supposed to arrive next week, like maybe Friday, is crazy to me. And it makes me really happy. And so far today, first of all, I just want to mention, using a 3-button mouse for so long, it is bizarre getting used to a mouse that has more than 3 buttons again. It's very weird having buttons by my thumb. But I am getting used to it, and I'm very happy that I made this decision because I've immediately been able to use it a lot in WoW. One of the problems I have in WoW is that my left hand, right? My general hand-eye coordination is not very good in comparison to a lot of people my age. So, in World of Warcraft, I generally limit myself pretty dramatically, because I can only have so many things bound, right? I can only have, like, what, 30-something spells bound to things that I can reach with my left hand? Pardon me while I turn on this heater. Okay, yeah, like only, I don't know, 30 is probably, that's probably overshooting it by a good margin. But, you know, some number of spells. There's a good number of spells I have bound to my keyboard that I can hit with my left hand while I'm playing the game. And then there's a good number of spells that I'm just like, this isn't important enough. I'll either click it with my mouse, which is disgusting, by the way, and never do that in World of Warcraft. I only do it because I know what I'm doing or something. So I either, you know, it's not important enough, so I just click it with my mouse, or I just don't fucking use it, right? That's basically what the method I had been using. But now that I have something to do with my right hand, aside from just moving my camera and selecting targets and such, it's incredible. It honestly is incredible. I immediately bound multiple things, and it feels so good, man. It feels so good. The biggest one, right? Now here's the one. In case you play WoW, you're gonna hear this, and I guarantee you're gonna cringe, alright? I literally forever have been using the mouse to click stances and forms and whatnot. I guess I don't really play warrior, so forms, so druid forms. That was horseshit, you know it. I've been using the mouse to just click it manually. I haven't been no keybinds or anything. Manual clicking to change forms. I know, disgusting, right? Really horrifying. That's like the shit that you'd hear about. It's like a, I don't know, man. It's like a scary story or something. But I immediately bound all of the forms to buttons on my mouse, and it feels great. And I really like the mouse too because the nicest thing is, right? I've had many button mice before, like 5+ button mice before. Never as many as this. Never 18. But I have had God, what is it? There's like the Logitech G3 something or other. The one mouse that every single person has owned in their life, right? That one. I did have that one at some point, and I liked it a lot. What I didn't like was that there was always this button on the mouse that I would never want to click, because what the button would do is it would change the sensitivity of the mouse, and why would I want that? Well, this mouse has the same thing, and it's even a worse spot than the Logitech mouse. Because the Logitech mouse is kind of off to the side, if I recall correctly. It's been a long time since I've had it. The last time I had one of those mice, I actually have had 2 in my life. One of them got ruined in a very dumb way that I'd rather not talk about. But the last time I had one was prior to the Abyssus, which I got 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not entirely sure. Point is, I don't really remember where it is. But I don't think it was directly in the middle of the mouse, closer to your fingers than the scroll wheel. Directly vertical down from the scroll wheel, right? So this one, it's in an even worse spot, right? But that doesn't matter, and I'll tell you why. It doesn't matter because you can bind it. You can actually change it. I currently don't have it. I currently have it to be the same as clicking in the middle mouse button. Whoa! And that's immediately, it's incredible. I'm so happy. I honestly feel like a kid on Christmas. Like it's great. Speaking of Christmas, you know, it's December or something, so that's cool. I still need to do Christmas shopping, like a lot of it. In fact, all of it. I don't know what I'm gonna get though. It's always so difficult for me because everybody in my family doesn't want things, and also I don't really have a lot of money. So it's like this weird combination of like, how can I get, you know, what kind of gift do I get? Where it's like a thoughtful gift, right? Because there's 2 ways you can go with gifts. You can just go like, here, I spent money on you. Or you can go like a thoughtful gift, which generally is less money, but is obviously harder to pick out. Especially, you know, if the person is from my family. So like, that's normally the way I go. But it's, but it's so hard, man. People just don't want things. Myself included. I know how hard it is to get gifts for me. But like, everybody in my family is the same way. We're all just awful, awful people when it comes to buying gifts for each other. I mean, normally it's like, you know, hey, Mom, I got you, here's some olive oil. And then, you know, that's it, right? Like, it's... And then my mom is like, hey, Aiden, here's, I don't know, 50 bucks. There you go. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I mean, that's good. I'll take 50 bucks. Oh, socks as well? Perfect. Great. Yeah, I love that. And that's not me being sarcastic. I legitimately love getting socks because I don't know what I do to my socks, but they're ruined. All of them. All of them forever have been ruined. Socks that I have yet to own are already ruined by me. I don't know. I think my feet have some variety of acid that excretes from them on a consistent basis. I'm not sure, because I'll walk around and then like in the arch of my foot, a hole will appear on the sock. And I'm like, that's literally, that's the arch. There's no pressure. I have pretty high arches too. It makes no sense. Why is there a hole there? This is the first time I'm wearing this pair of socks. How did this happen? You know, that sort of stuff. I'm gonna take it all. Woo! I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird too because as a kid, right, when I'd have friends over to play video games, I would generally not want them to use the same controller as me because apparently every single human being on planet Earth, minus me, is cursed with these disgusting, just gross hand sweat that just ruins controllers, right? I don't have that. I can use a controller for 48 hours straight and not a bead of sweat will drip off of my hands onto the controller. Nothing. It just doesn't, it doesn't come out of my hands, alright? So when I'd have friends over, you know, I'd be like, hey, sorry, but can you, like, use, you know, this controller instead? Except I wouldn't say it, I'd just hand them their controller, and then, you know, they didn't really mind. And then occasionally, they'd use the same controller as me, and then they'd hand it back, and I'm like, oh god, what is this? What the fuck, what'd you do? So, yeah. But, I think what it really is, what it really boils down to, is the fact that I have weird alien features, in that my hands don't sweat, so, you know, something has got to, right? It's not my balls. It's not my face. So, what else is left? I don't know, feet, I guess? Armpits, maybe? But my armpits don't really sweat. I only have to reapply deodorant like once every 3 days or something. So, I mean, my pits don't sweat. Must be my feet, then. I don't know. I mean, that's the only logical explanation I can come up with for this entire situation. My entire, incredibly odd, very specific situation that involves ruined socks and pretty much no sweating anywhere else. And it's weird too, because that's kind of always been the case. Like, in high school, right, in gym class, I was the biggest tryhard in gym, always have been. And I know that might seem weird, based on the kind of person I am, but it's true. I'm a very competitive person. Sometimes to a fault. But, I was super tryhard in gym all the time. And I would try so hard, right, that I would, like, basically get to a point where I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't feel like I have to stop, but logically, I should stop. Because I don't want to die, right? Like, my breathing is messed up right now, you know? I feel like I'm maybe about to faint, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna call it here. That'll do. But even in those instances, the amount of sweat that would come off of, like, my head, specifically, because that's where the majority of it was at my brow. Even then, it was, like, not even anything. Like, it was so minuscule. I don't know. I'm just weird. That's all it really boils down to. Is that I'm fucking weird. I didn't know you could actually pick up batteries with blue candle. That's quite interesting, actually. Gas. Yes, please. Yes, please. Does that do it? I don't know if Robo Baby counts. Let's find out. No. Alright. So, we need one more baby for conjoined. Hopefully we can do it. Hopefully. I don't really have a choice. The phrasing makes it seem as if I have an option. I don't. It's gonna happen or it won't. That's that. I have some choice, but, I mean, if it's not in the cards, then it's not in the cards. No. No. No, no, no. 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 No, 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 Alright. What was I gonna say? There was something I wanted to talk about other than the mouse. And I already covered the mouse. I don't know. It might have been WoW related or Hearthstone related. I'm not sure. I don't remember at this point. I'm sorry. I do normally try to have some number of, you know, conversation topics, so this sort of thing doesn't happen where I'm just being like, what was it good? Oh, I don't know. Oh, well, that's weird. But I don't know. I wish I did. It would make this shit way easier. I wouldn't have to just fucking scratch my butt. Be like, what was I gonna talk about? Yeah, I scratch my butt instead of my head when I'm confused. It's weird, I know. It's not true. I just made that up. Although I've never understood why there's such a stigma when it comes to, like, I don't know, readjusting your pants. I feel like every single person does that. Like, whether it be you're picking a wedge or, you know, you're adjusting your junk. I feel like at some point in your life, in everybody's life, they've done that, right? You move your pants because it's like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Let me just shift this, right? But yet, if you do it in public and, you know, you don't, like, hide it under some other motion or whatever, then people are like, oh, that's gross, ew. I don't get it. Like, listen to me, alright? Currently, it feels as if there's a boa constrictor just gripping my junk, alright? Doesn't feel comfortable. In fact, it's so uncomfortable, I would consider myself in pain at this point. So I'm gonna readjust it. Whether you think it's pretty or not, I don't give a shit, alright? I just don't get it, though. I don't get why there's such a stigma about stuff like that. Like, it's not even just that specific example. There's always stuff like that. Like, just this stupid garbage where it's like, oh, everybody does this thing. So, you know, obviously, logically, considering that 100% of the human population has pooped, we should not talk about pooping, because that's gross. Yeah, pooping's gross. I don't want somebody to be like, hey, man, I just ripped a massive shit in that bathroom. Like, I demolished it, alright? That bathroom is fucked, alright? They should decommission that bathroom because of what I just did to it. I don't want to hear that, alright? But that's taking it too far. That's not, you know, like... There's a difference between saying, like, you know, I've fucking obliterated a bathroom via shit, right? That's bad. What's not bad is saying, hey, I gotta go poop. I'll be right back. That shouldn't be bad, and it's not. It's not bad to me and a lot of other people. But some people will be like, ugh, that's gross. How dare you tell us that you're gonna go utilize the bathroom, you disgusting monster. Ugh. Ugh. My gentle tendencies. Ugh. I don't know what that voice is. I don't know. It's just, it's a voice. I don't know. No, thanks. I'll pass. Ugh, I'm so fragile. Ugh, how dare you mention the idea of pooping next to me. Goo. Goo. Listen, guys, I'll voice act for you. Just give me Chipotle. That's all I need. Would that be a viable strategy to get my foot in the door for voice acting? Just be like, hey, I'll voice act for you, and in fact, it'll be so cheap, I'll do it for Chipotle. That's it. Just Chipotle. Give me Chipotle. Yeah, I'll do it. I don't need money. I mean, it'll cost you money to give me Chipotle, certainly. But I'm certain that Chipotle, on average, is going to be cheaper than, you know, paying somebody to voice act for you. Well, maybe not literally 100% of the time, but... You never know. I don't really want to go to boss rush, so I'm not gonna. The lovers. I am gonna try and get to Hush, obviously. That's important. Yeah, there's like a children's book called Everybody Poops that pretty much covers the idea that it's like, hey man, why, you know, it doesn't have to be gross. Everybody poops. But that's the biggest example that I have, is specifically when it comes to children, specifically in school. It's so weird to me. All right, so I can understand the basic logic behind the idea, and I'll explain what I'm talking about in a minute. Basically, in school, in grade school, more specifically, right? Not really a big deal once you make it past grade school. It still can be, depends on the teacher you get and shit like that. But generally, it's like in grade school, and you know, you gotta take a dump, right? And instead of just being like, hey, you know, just like walk out the door. I don't know why I was like, hey. But, you know, instead of just walking out the door and going and taking a dump, taking a leak, you know, whatever. Instead of just doing that as you would logically expect a human to do, you gotta be like, hey teacher, can I go use the bathroom? Is it an emergency? No, I was just asking if I could go to the bathroom. I mean, I'm not shitting myself, right? That's not happening. But, I mean, if you don't let me go, I probably will be shitting myself soon. I'll be able to hold it, definitely. But, I mean, it wouldn't be good for me. That's for sure. But, like, why does that have to be an interaction? And I understand the basic reasoning is that, well, you don't want kids to just leave class randomly, right? Because, well, everybody's gotta be a winner in today's society. So that means that kids have to stay in class, otherwise they can't be a winner. If a kid leaves class constantly, then he's not a winner, because he won't learn. Let him not be a winner. Fuck, man. Not everybody has to be a winner. And even if everybody has to be a winner, there's different ways to do it, aside from forcing kids to sit in class if they really don't want to. But, like, you know, even that aside, it's like the idea that the teacher asks, is it an emergency? And then, like, what? The kid who's not shitting himself is like, no, not an emergency. You're right. I'll stay put, teacher. No, the kid who's not shitting himself is gonna be like, well, let's see here. I need to go to the bathroom, right? Teacher's not gonna let me unless it's an emergency. They've asked me, is it an emergency? Well, the answer is clearly no. The answer that I should give, the answer that is the truth, would be no. But if I say yes, I just get to fucking go. So how about I just say yeah? Yeah, it's an emergency. All right, well then be quick about it. Fucking all right. Like, why ask the question? God. Although that might come back to the idea that it's like, you know, it's to keep the slackers, the bad students from leaving, because the bad students might actually not figure it out. They might not realize, hey, if I just say yes, then I get to go. It's entirely possible that's the logic behind it. But it's still weird to me. I don't know. All right, that was really not cool. Mr. The Stain. There's so many just weird interactions in school that are similar to that. But yeah, like, I mean, to some extent that stayed through high school. Definitely not after high school for me, at least. The college I went to for the 1 year that I was there. I mean, the teachers didn't give a fuck. I skipped most of my classes. Maybe not most. I skipped a lot of class. And it was literally for no reason aside from I didn't want to go. That was it. I did fine on the finals, so whatever. I went a good amount of the time. And I did fine on the finals. So you know what? I call myself a good student. Who needs to go to lectures anyway? Can you stop? Thank you. But yeah, it's like you wouldn't see kids in college being like, "Hey, teach, I gotta go number 2." Teacher's like, this is a very important lesson. You need to stay here." Have you noticed that the people that I disagree with in my stories always have dumb voices? It's just like a completely unintentional subconscious straw man that I continually pull out. It's weird. I don't know. I honestly don't intend it. But it happens to be that way. No, no, no! Alright, be good. They're both awful. Bad gas is better, though. Okay. I don't feel confident in this run. I don't know if I'm confident enough to fight Hush. Probably not. Almost certainly not. Alright. I don't know. We'll see if I get a good enough deal with the devil on this floor and the next floor. Because I am getting all of it. Ow. Because I did pick up Goat Head. And as you know, I'm starting to actually be able to remember that you do actually get a deal with the devil now after the Mom's Heart fight. Oh, there it is. I had a feeling there was a tinted rock in that room. A very strong inkling. Not inkling. Like Splatoon. Splatoon. Alright. Be good! You motherfucker. Actually, I kind of want to keep the stars card to see what happens on the blue womb. I mean, like, the entire purpose of this run is obviously to beat Hush, so maybe I should just hard commit for it, even though I'm like, fairly confident I'm gonna fail. But that's not fun. I mean, like, yeah, logically it makes sense, but that's not fun, so fuck that, man. If I'm not gonna win, I'm not gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Picking on what I'm putting down. Yanking my chain? No, that's not right. What? 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 Alright, PJ is straight. Oh my God. Oh mein Gott. That's actually so good. Oh, sorry. How about here? Let me toss in some more languages. Ay, Dios mío. How do you say it in French? Actually, how do you say it in French? I should know this. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. I know that. What is it? Zoot? I think zoot is like the. That's like kind of a curse, right? It's not like an actual swear, is it? It's more of like a crap than a shit. I don't know. The way to translate curse words between languages is very bizarre. It's more of just like, yeah, kinda. I mean, yeah, that's close enough. Because apparently in Russian, right, what we use fuck for, Russian has like 5 words for it or something. Like suka, for example, is one of them. I think. Is it suka or bliat? One of the two. When you say suka bliat, it's kind of like a fuck you, bitch. That's kind of the general gist of it. I think it's suka. I'm pretty sure suka is the fuck. What's, shit, man, I don't remember. I barely remember French. I took 3 years. 3 years I spent, quote, learning French. Ow. That was fucking garbanzo beans. But 3 years learning French, and I can't even remember my favorite part about French, which was the curse words. Bullshit. Alright. Is merde, is that French or Spanish, or is it both? I don't remember, man. I don't know. English is easiest. You just say fuck a lot. That's it. I mean, if you want to swear, just use fuck. Yeah, you got some other choices. You can say damn it, crap, shit. But, I mean, there's one that's just universal, right? And that is, of course, the fuck word. Cool. Krampus! Give me a lump of coal! Huh. You bitch. Alright, whatever. Let's try it. I don't feel confident, but I'll do it. I do have enough keys, thankfully. And the game was kind enough to give me extras. As well as a bunch of health. Alright, cool. Can you flush the hush? I don't think so. You can definitely flush Dingle. And Dangle. And Brownie. I don't believe you can flush the hush, though. That'd be sweet, though. Does that work? Why would it? I don't know. I mean, logically, it doesn't make sense that it would work with what I have. But, fuck it. I mean, whatever, man. Dude, bro guy. So the reason I'm thinking, like, ooh, can you flush the hush? Is because there were theories about this thing. About hush and what it means and what it do and what it be. Basically, the number one theory, which I think is the one that holds the most water, if theories, of course, were cups, and their importance was measured by how much water they held. It's not a very, it's another idiom, but I think the one that makes the most logical sense is the idea that this blue womb here has to do with abortion to some degree. To what degree, I'm not sure. I'm not I'm not an abortion expert, all right? I'll be honest. But what I do know is that blue in this game generally coincides with death, right? And there are a lot of organic things, organic hints in this room. Specifically when you beat Hush, a bunch of veins pop up at the sides of the room. And one of the ideas was, oh, if you flush Hush, it's like you're flushing an aborted fetus or something. And so people tried it, and then it was like, oh, okay, it doesn't work. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe it works, and I should have fucking taken Flush, because it would have been so much easier. But I don't think it worked. I'm pretty sure it didn't work. But I think that's the theory that makes the most sense. Because if you don't know, this entire game is like just a fucking fever dream filled with metaphors. Everything is supposed to represent something else, probably. I don't know. I don't think Edmund really knows. I mean, he hasn't really broken the accepted canon yet, so I guess he does know. It's just, I don't know, it's always been a weird thing to me, Edmund's stance on all of the theories and stuff, because he always, pretty much any theory that a lot of work went into, he's like, this looks so good, this seems very accurate, you know? Like all of them. I'm scared, dude. Oh, come on. I don't have the range. No. No, I'm cornered, dude. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. There was no way at all. I was just cornered. I should have shot the candle. God, it blocks bullets. Why do I do this to myself? Also, I believe zoot is a curse in French, right? I believe so. And the thing that's making me think about it is that my French teacher in high school, because that was the point, I think 3rd year, that was the point where it was like, whatever, like, quote, full immersion, right? Where it was like, you know, we're gonna fucking speak French all the time and not English at all. So if you have a question, you need to ask it in French, which I think is the most garbage shit. I get why it's that way. I need to get the fuck out of here. Just gotta get out. Just gotta get out. Just gotta get right out of here. Please die, please die, please die, please die, please die, please die, please die! You have a sliver! It's called the magic pixel. You heard me. It's called the magic pixel, though. There we go. Purity. Oh! Oh, that's where that's from. Well, there you go. But yeah, I remember my French teacher in the 3rd year, at least I think I remember this, saying, Zut alors. Zut alors. Which I don't know what that second part means. I think it just means, like, kind of a lot, but, like, contextually, it's not quite that. I don't know, it's weird. Shit's weird. Translating between languages is fucking weird. Just, please. Oh, thank you. I just needed it to hit Mega Fatty. That's all I needed. Ha! Ooh! But it's like, it's just emphasis. There's a lot of words in French. Again, just out of memory. And people get upset, apparently, when I'm just sitting here bullshitting. I don't know. Every video that I've done where I just say something about something, like I'm clearly not trying to speak from a place of authority. I'm just bullshitting most of the time. But people seem really upset whenever I bullshit. Because it's like, you know, they assume I'm trying to speak with authority or something on a subject when that's just simply not the case. Never has been. My goal is not, unless I make it explicitly clear that I'm speaking from a place of authority, my goal is not to educate, it's just to entertain, right? Anyway, my point is, IIRC, if I recall correctly, French happens to have a large number of words simply used to amplify whatever they are accompanying. For example, I believe alors is used in that context. I know for a fact beaucoup is used in that sort of context. You would say merci beaucoup if you're thanking somebody a lot, which in English you would just say thanks so much, right? But in French it's merci beaucoup, right? Except you wouldn't emphasize any part of the beaucoup. It was just merci beaucoup, right? And that's pretty much it. Do you like my French accent? It's pretty good, right? Merci. Oh oui. It's good French, huh? That's a lot of gurglings in this room. Holy crap, bola. Alright, cool. I'll take it. I would like, if you could be so kind as to just give me infinite more chests, that would be fantastic. I could live without them, I suppose, but I would like them. Oh, we're done, basically. Oh wait, here, guys. Sorry, let me correct my French accent. Omelette de fromage. There we go. Perfect. Nailed it. That was French. It's a good Dexter's Lab episode. Where he tries to learn French. I think that's what happened. He was like trying to learn French, and then he had like a tape that would teach him French that you were supposed to like listen to overnight, because that was all the rage in the 90s, was the whole like overnight thing where it's like, guys, did you know that you don't even have to study for class if you just put the recording on and then you just overnight and you learn it in your sleep, dude, right? So it was all the rage in the 90s, which is why Dexter's Lab decided to take its own spin on it. And yeah, it was like a thing that would just, you know, teach French. It was a tape, and he left it on overnight, and it like got stuck or something at the part where the person was like, repeat after me, omelette de fromage, right? Which also doesn't make sense. Isn't it omelette au fromage, not du? I think, pretty sure. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the good shit, and I'll see you guys back again later today with another daily run, which I can't preview because I'm recording this on Saturday, not Sunday. So, I don't know what the daily is going to be today, but hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully it won't be lost. Actually, I wouldn't be too upset if it was the Lost. I'm starting to dig the Lost. I'm starting to enjoy it. I feel like I'm improving as a player as I'm playing this game, which is weird. I don't know. That doesn't make sense for video games. You play more and you get better? No, that doesn't make sense. No, there's no way. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.